I just read quotations from a Canadian cabinet minister appearing before the Senate, no, the House of Commons committee. And that cabinet minister stated that Canadians in Canada, 51% of the population are functionally illiterate. Uh, I remember reading commentary about politicians, and the quotation there was that most of them are economically illiterate. And I found that to be quite true because I have been trying to engage in some conversation with members of parliament and senators regarding the Canadian economy. And most of them, I think, are afraid to talk about Canada's economy. I don't think they want to tax their mind. They think it's too complicated for them or something, but it's not really. It really just takes rational thinking. And I think that probably if we're talking about illiteracy, we can talk about the members of parliament and their economic illiteracy. And it's kind of strange to me that another one of the cabinet ministers had made a statement that we invest in our country and its population by supporting the growth and prosperity of today's middle class while generating economic growth in the years to come. Now, how anybody could make a statement as far from the truth as that, I don't know. In the last 45 years, we have shrunk the middle class. We have devastated our manufacturing. We have stopped the growth of small business. We've kind of turned the whole country over to the financial speculators, those that use our money and turn over shares in corporations and bonds and stocks, hoping to speculate into some unearned income. And we've turned it all over to those financial predators. And the person who made that statement I just quoted happens to have been a cabinet minister of Canada who came up through those ranks of the predatory financial sector, the ones that were trading air, trading shares with no benefit to society as a whole. And why don't the members of parliament take an interest in their economy? Why won't anybody sit down and discuss such things as why the Bank of Canada was stopped from financing government expenditures? It makes no sense whatsoever. So maybe there's another reason. Maybe it's that we have that shadow government, the backroom government. We have these financial people who have started to turn all of the earnings, or not all, but the majority of the earnings and wealth in Canada, and putting it in the hands of that top 10% or 1% or tenth of 1%. The peak getting bigger as you lower the percentage of people participating in any growth in Canada. And the growth that they talk about in the economy has been growth in consumption, and it has been growth in the false economy, growth in the production of bubbles, housing bubbles and stock bubbles and technical bubbles. They've all used this financial system we have to just pour the money into the hands of that top 10%. Maybe those are the ones that are the predators. That top 1%, maybe they're the ones that have reduced the tax rate on the highest bracket of earners in Canada from 90% back to 50%, reducing it by 38% while they increased the taxes for the middle and lower class by 18%. If you look at what's happening to somebody in that middle bracket, they've had the different brackets of taxation reduced from 25 brackets to 4 brackets. Why would they do that? It certainly wasn't to make it any easier in calculating taxes, because we always did have tables that told us the tax at each $1,000 or $500 increment. Why reduce it to 4? Why not increase it to 100? Because the computers do it all anyway. I'll tell you why they reduced it from 25 to 4 brackets, was that they could squeeze more money out of the middle class. Oh, all we did was reduce the number of brackets to make it easier to file your tax returns. That is not bullshit. That is pure lie. They have lied to the people of Canada. They have tried to lie to the middle class, and they haven't helped the middle class. They've injured it, ruined it all the way. And here we have Canadian ministers standing up and making absolutely stupid statements. The status quo, no. It says the fact that when you have an economy that works for the middle class, you have a country that works for everyone. Of course, but that statement was a complete lie from what they're doing. They're destroying the middle class. Anyway, there we go. I can't read kind of bullshit without getting completely upset. So maybe I'll try to do a few more comments on what our cabinet ministers are saying or are being told to say. Thank you.